set, eliminate, go!
Alright guys, it's Devin here with Kyle, coming with another commentary. Today we have a really interesting Eliminator match where we actually don't pick up any card drops, only challenges, and yeah, we're looking forward to taking a look at it.
So the first big race we have here is this Ford comes out of nowhere, already in a 5, and we actually challenge them. If you want to get the explanation as to why.
Yeah, I was pretty tilted. I don't know, like something happened the game before. I don't remember exactly what, but I was pretty frustrated. And after that dude just ran into me, I was like, I'm just gonna challenge him. And I had some sort of feeling that he was going the wrong direction. Even though I don't think I had any real evidence to support that, I just thought since he drove off so fast, if I was right, they'd be really going in the wrong direction, and we indeed get that here.
Yeah, and this is our real critique of the Ford. It's really good handling off-road. It's fun to drive for that reason. It's easy to handle. It's not going to spin out on you, but it's just slow. It's not going to be able to keep up on a straight stretch of road with even the Mini. And so he actually spins out there, flips over, and then disconnects, handing us the dub, and we get to take over his car, which, although we like to talk down on it a lot, it is still a substantial upgrade over that Mini.
Definitely, and honestly, like I think part of that challenge was a diss to the Ford. I was like, you know what, like this car sucks. And I was, again, it's partial tilt, partial Ford Ranger hate, and now we're really aggressively looking for someone. A, because there's a lot of people left and there's some minis to be had, and B, I don't want to be in this car any longer. So getting a 6 will also set us up really well to try and get a top level car for Final Showdown. And to start, getting some subsequent races. But
yep, so we're just sort of chasing these folks down, find them up the hill. We're gonna get the all-time long-distance challenge award right here. Get them, clip them through the hill. Can't even see them, and that's another Mini. And now you have to worry. We got this car by beating a Mini. Are we gonna get beat by a Mini here? Because he starts with a little bit of a head start, and then we hit a tree.
yeah, and once I hit the tree, I'm literally thinking like, oh my god, like I'm in a Ranger. I literally beat this Ranger in a Mini. Is this really how it's gonna happen? But we're able to actually find an opportunity to take a nice line here, as we'll see in a minute. But like you said, Kyle, it's funny you said that because I was literally going through my head as after I hit the tree.
And nicely weave through the trees here, despite hitting one early on. And then once we get on the road, it's just going to be smooth sailing. Brake a little bit late coming into this bridge, but you're able to nicely recover. Luckily, doesn't break the fence, and you cross over to the bridge and smoothly go into the next mile. The Mini is pretty far behind at this point.
Yeah, and I will say one merit of the Ranger is that it does do pretty well off-road, and in this case, it holds its ground like going up hills. Off like the Mini here would just like straight up stall out. But I will say the Ranger does do a decent job in the snow getting some traction. So not too upset with it here once we break free. But now what we're really thinking about is what are we going to get once we win this race and find a way to build off whatever 6 we're going to get.
And we hit a few trees throughout this race, but it just goes to show that, no matter how many trees you hit, no matter how many times you spin out, fall over, just don't give up, keep racing, because it's not over until your screen tells you you've been eliminated.
Definitely, and there's some real merit to it. I know it sounds sort of silly, but this game especially will be a testament to how many races you can win without being perfect.
Yeah, there's going to be another race later where we're in I think it's an Audi versus a Bowler, and we'll hit something pretty early in the race and get behind, but we still manage to pull out, get the win. And so here we get the WRX. We see another lower level WRX within the festival.
Yeah, and so here we see that we have to go backwards, actually spin out a bit. Another car that I don't give enough credit than it deserves, I think. I know, Kyle, you're a big fan of this, but for me, not fast enough for my liking. I really handling is important, but for me, I like speed, and I can kind of leverage the path to my advantage. But I gotta say, I hate on this car too much. It is really good, and it's actually probably one of the better 6s.
Oh yeah, especially especially off road. It's a rally car, so it just on some of those gravel paths that you find through the forest that can really help you dodge trees. It just tears those up beautifully and sort of carves its way through the paths, avoiding trees. It's great.
And definitely like with some of the points on speed as well. And we've been talking about this because all of our commentaries so far have been on winter, but now that as we enter the spring season, we already have a few wins queued up there. We've been seeing how the performance of some of these cars changes, like
Definitely.
the Rebel in particular.
The Rebel TRX is substantially better in the spring. And there we go into the river. It's hard to see the river coming at that angle, which is why he goes in too. So we can sort of just adjust across the river, get the wind despite careening into the river.
And even more scrappy wins here. It goes to show you that hustle it out, and there's lots of opportunity to recover some lost ground.
You can save the clean racing, for Forza Motorsport. This is Eliminator. All that matters is that you eliminate and don't get eliminated.
Yep, and here we pick up an Audi. I mean, I'm a big fan of all the Audi station wagons in this game, whether it's the RS2? Is that the RS2? I think there's an RS5.
Yep, and here's this bowler challenge where he actually challenges us, and so he makes a bad bet the other way, and we start going down this road here, and at a certain point we're going to have to cut off road.
Yeah, and this challenge too was sort of tricky. I see the bowler, and I'll kind of challenge most people in any spot, but here I say, the bowler, I'm a big fan of it, so I'll probably give it too much respect, even though it is a really strong car. I figured I might have a better spot, but he challenges me, and I try to stay pretty agnostic with regard to the bet, mainly because I know the cars are pretty even and I don't want to get really stuck. But Kyle, as you said earlier, we hit the tree, but still try to find a line that makes the most sense to finish this out.
And you can see how far ahead he is on this side on this race if you look at the right side of your screen. And I think he probably hit something here. It looks like, but we're able to cruise in. It's going to end up really close, and just by sticking it out, we're able to get the nice gritty win. And I think we're going to end up with the most ridiculous car for the winter season here, the Lamborghini Gallardo Spider.
Yeah, this is almost comical. Like, I was kind of laughing when I saw this because you see the little top hat poking out. But I think it's a pretty fun car. Sometimes a little tricky to handle in the snow, but I go instantly for the challenge. I mean, with this, what was it, the Focus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good car for a 5, like probably middle of the road, but with the Gallardo, we should be able to leverage our speed, especially on this flat patch coming up here.
Yeah, the planes are nice because you don't have to worry about crashing into anything. You just go in the bearing directly pointed at the finish line, hold down the gas, and hope you don't flip over. And as long as you don't, you're going to win every single race if your car is faster. No skill involved. You don't have to worry about it. And so we're going to get the Ford here. He's just outmatched in terms of car. And we're going to get in here and end up with a 9. Unfortunately, it is the absolute worst 9 in the game. Shout out K9 Scooper for a fantastic username. But we're going to end up with the worst 9 in the game, the Acura NSX.
Yeah, and this is a car that I think, for all the disagreements that we have regarding vehicles, this is one that we agree is probably the worst in its class. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm trying to think of the best car that I would take it over. Maybe some of the 7s, maybe some of the 6s.
Yeah.
I'm probably taking an NSX.
I'm taking it over all the 6s.
Yeah, so I think, we hate on it, but definitely of all the choices of 9s, we don't feel great about it. So I think if we see a really easy challenge, it'll give us a good opportunity to get into a 10.
And now here, this Bugatti originally went away from us, but now it comes at us going entirely the wrong way. So we're going to challenge, even though it's a way better car. And we're very lucky here. It's a short race. We're able to get such a jump on it. But you'll see throughout, it's going to end up near a photo finish because it's just going to get its legs down and start coming forwards.
Yeah, I was thinking, I saw the Bugatti. I was like, all right, I'm not going to get in this guy's business. And then they started facing towards us. And I was like, oh, this is a real opportunity here. Like we said, some NSX frustration. And also it'd be kind of cool to get a little upset here like we do.
And now you have the difficult but very nice decision between the two best cars in the game, the Hoonigan and the Bugatti. And you make what I think is the right decision. You get the Hoonigan, fantastic off-road, just as fast as the Bugatti for just about anything on the map except the highway, which doesn't come up often.
Yeah, and I remember playing this game. You were yelling at me to get the Hoonigan.
Yes, I was.
I really want the Bugatti because, like I said this earlier, I really like some cars that are really fast and I can kind of deal with some subpar handling. But winter season, you can't go wrong with the Hoonigan. And
then you got a nice short final showdown. Took the right line. Fastest car in the game. I think you can figure out what happens next. Sorry, the audio is muted here. We accidentally had turned on Horizon Pulse. Got some nice copyrighted music going, so we had to mute that. But we just go off-road, 150 miles an hour. Only car in the game, I'm pretty sure, that can
not flip over
not flip over at that speed on this terrain in the snow. Absolute beast of a car, and we just cruise on into the victory. Didn't pick up a single car drop. All victories. Just a really, really, really nice win.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun one too. The races keep it interesting. Yeah, so we just want to say thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for the next video.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!